What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. I want to thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, we're here today on the mini account because we've got a little bit to do. Nothing crazy. The entire point pretty much of today... What do we have to go on in the guild? Oh, applications. Everybody calm down. I was thinking I had more guild coins waiting around, I didn't. Anyways, the big point of today is going to be trying to push the Aspen dungeon. The main hero we're going to use here is going to be Horus. And now if we run into Bloodblade nodes and such, I'll probably swap in Cthulhu because he doesn't really have any issues since he can't be bled. Kind of helps with Bloodblade nodes and such. But the main unit here is going to be Horus. I'm going to see what he can run. What he kind of has trouble with, what he doesn't have trouble with. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out today. So it's going to be a little more exploratory, not like I go into this like, I know how to make it to hell. I don't know. I'll figure it out. A couple of things to keep note of. My Horus is built to be run with a monster. What that means is he has 85% base block chance. I like that because when you pair him with the deer monster or the snake monster, he gets that extra 15% block from the monster's passives. So he goes into battle, like in guild boss fights or in PvP, with 100% block, potentially. But when you go into the Aspen dungeon, he doesn't get that extra block buff. So it's going to be a little bit different in that area. But hopefully I'll block enough to keep his sustain up a little bit. And I feel like that's where Horus is probably going to have the most issue is his sustain. Because he only really heals with his block chance and his resilience passive at E3. So he doesn't have a lot of built-in self-healing powers. And I could take his block up with a stone or even an artifact, but I feel like this candy cane here with the stun immunity will probably be a little bit better for some of those Walter nodes and such like that. We're going to see how it pans out today. So I don't know. This is the stats of my Horus. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we can get to go down there. Now, obviously, I already say that about... Yes, I think I already talked about the Bloodblade stuff. So if we see something like that, Cthulhu's going in. That's where Cthulhu's kind of like... He's kind of a jam for that noise. But anyways, let's jump into the Aspen. Let's pop in our... I guess it doesn't really matter about those last two slots because, let's be real, they're not going to contribute anything. It's going to be these top two guys. Aspen might jump in to sneak out a little bit of HP off somebody. But this is primarily what it's going to be. So, a couple people have told me that Horus can't beat Vesa waves because he can't out-damage them. I don't know how true that's going to be. We'll find out. First up is 4 Myconators. Don't feel like that's going to be super deadly to me. Yeah, I've got faction bonus and everything on these guys, so... Yeah, yeah. I don't think that was going to be an issue. That one went pretty smooth. I didn't figure Mickey usually isn't a big problem for most things. So if we can beat a whole team of Mickeys, I would say we can take one Mickey. No need to watch that one out. 4 Asmos, and these guys get some nasty crit built up. Hopefully we can nuke enough of them down that they don't get to stack too many marks on me, or that they'll trigger their marks early enough that it won't be a big deal. So we got 2 down. The blocks do kind of help. I mean, they help keep them alive a little bit, and that resilience is going to be like probably the biggest saving grace I have. I mean, Forest does get class-specific bonus against Shadow, and I'm not sure, I can't remember if I've read it somewhere or not, that if you have a class bonus, you actually get like a bonus to precision. I don't know if that's true. It seems like it's right. I could be wrong. But anyways... If that's a fact, that means that against forest-based nodes, Horus's block will proc even less than it already does, which is kind of dangerous. Now, I do know that Berea here is kind of a beast, especially when he winds up. So we're going to pop some potions here, just because, I mean, at minimum, I want to be able to hit Nightmare 50 today. Of course, you never know, I might get pooped on really quick. Hopefully not. We're going to see what happens. So I know Berea's got a pretty nasty active skill on him. But, I mean, so does Horus, so that wasn't too bad. I expected worse, but that's okay. But it's better to be safe than sorry on your first runs through with stuff. So we got some poison dots here. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Melassa being Forest, even more annoying. We've got the stun block, so that's not going to be a problem for Walter stunning. But, like I said, out of abundance of caution, we'll just drop a little bit of milk here. I said drop it. Give me the milk. Because, like I said, on your first run through with a hero, you're kind of feeling out the waves. You don't really necessarily... Oh, wow. Okay, so I overestimated that wave. Big time overestimation. Okay, we already know Mickey S, no problem. We've got that down. Okay, Mickey, easy wave. So now we've got 4 Bloodblades, and on these waves, I think Cthulhu should be able to handle it without a Demon Potion. I don't know. I haven't fought a lot of Bloodblades up in Nightmare, but we're about to find out. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Cthulhu's got that absolutely no problem. Makes those Bloodblade waves look like a funny joke. I like that. I like that much. Now, Queen has Bleed, and so does Bloodblade. So this might actually be a good wave to leave Cthulhu in for, just because. I don't think it'd be a bad idea, you know what I'm saying? It's too bad counterattacks don't proc Cthulhu's burn. That would be nice. Be very nice, but yeah, looking like Cthulhu can definitely handle any kind of bleed-based node pretty well. Dark Arthidol, I would say Horus is absolutely fine taking this down. We'll watch it, just see what kind of she does. I don't expect a lot. Yeah, that wasn't tough. I think he actually healed on that one a little bit. So that's good. Oh, one thing we didn't check is our loot. Did we get any good loot? Tell me I did. Oh, that's good loot. I'll take that 100%. Scrolls, I need them. Scrolls, I need them. Do I need casino chips? Or are they called wishing coins? You can't even look on them. Can't even look at it. Let's take a hiatus. A quick hiatus here. We are at 259 wishing coins. Casino chips, whatever. So that's a single completion guaranteed for the next event. But do I want to go ahead and just buy those out? I mean, 1,000 gems, you know, let's do it. It's a good deal, so I'm going to snag them. And we're also, I guess we'll grab that too. I need that as well. Anything else in here? Anything for gold? Wow, that was a really sparse lady shop. What do you got? You got any casino chips for the L Gold? Absolutely not. Well, you were less than helpful. We already know we can kill you, though, so let's just jump through and spank of that booty. Get dead, Mickey. But yeah, we're doing all right. I mean, got some heroic scrolls out of that. That's nice because I don't think we'll need a potion. Let's watch this when I don't have any active skill energy built up, just to see how different it runs. Okay, so that poison dot, I mean, as long as I would say even at half health, I should be able to handle that node, no problem. This might be interesting. This might be quite interesting. A little bit of healing here through Gru and Dantalian. Some attack nerf from Gru, but the big thing here is going to be Dantalian's extra damage. We want to play it risky? No, we're not going to play it risky this early on. We've got plenty of milks. Let's just use them. I kind of want to see what we get here, because I know Dantalian does extra damage to warriors. Hopefully. No. So that is a Danger Town node. Well, it looks like our Aspen dungeon run just got kicked right in the ball sack. Warrior node, Danger Town. That stinks. That stinks a big fat one. No gusta. Well, looks like we're going to be running a little short this time. Dang you, Horus. I knew it. I was like, Dantalian's a sneaker. You got to watch out for Dantalian. All right, you look at him, you're like, he's not that great, but he has some serious power when you fight warriors with him. I knew that when I used him. If I had Dantalian, you would slay people with King Barton like it was no problem, because it really wasn't. Oh, now Cthulhu's going to go down because I didn't potion Cthulhu. Oh, mistakes have been made all day. Well, whatever. That was a quick Aspen dungeon run. I think we didn't even beat our old record. We didn't even get close to it. That's with an E3. That's just poor planning. Well, butts. That makes me a little bit sad. I'm not going to lie about things. I'm actually quite upset with that run. Aspen, are you really going to do something here? No, I didn't think you would. So anyways, that was pathetic. That was sad. I didn't want to make that a video. So I almost want to just scrap that whole deal. But will we? No. We just change tack and we go Tower of Oblivion. That's what you do. You roll with the punches. Now, if we lose in the Tower of Oblivion immediately, I'm just going to go punch myself and cry in a corner. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, Walters. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. What do we want to do here? And we'll run you in the front line as well. That seems like a decent strategy. Backline with my Horus and Cthulhu, because if they stun Cthulhu, not a huge deal. He still gets to put the burns on him. If they hit Horus, however, he can't be stunned. And it should help him build some damage by giving him more active skills. So we'll see how this pans out. I'm not really sure. And I'm just massively disappointed in that Aspen dungeon run. I knew I should have gave more to Horus on that run, but I didn't. I was like, nah, not a Gru wave. And I was so wrong. It was absolutely a Gru wave. Oh my gosh, we're getting pooped on here. Oh my gosh. Poor planning. We're going to have to swap some things around. Oh my god. Aspen's like, maybe you don't. We're going to swap things around either way, though. We're going to bring you right back into the front line. Just because I feel like keeping him alive till the end, probably a better idea. We'll see. This is what testing's all about. So, Cthulhu can stay alive for a good while. He has a lot of reduced damage, so keep me in the back line. Probably a safer practice. A lot of poison dots getting stacked up on him, and he's pretty much perma-stunned, which isn't nice, but yeah, look at that dot damage. But now we're down to a single Walter. Yeah, much better idea to split him up. I just figured maybe Horus's extra block damage would help. It didn't. It did not. Here we go. A lot of crowd control here. Let's put Cthulhu in the front line. Stick you on the back line. This way Cthulhu will get the max damage because he's constantly getting the burnout. If it doesn't work well with Cthulhu on the front line, I'll put Horus in the front line to get his block chance procking pretty much every time. And that's, honestly, it's really solid. Especially in PvE when Horus is like your main tank, because the more he gets hit, the more damage he does pretty much. Kind of like Cthulhu. Cthulhu is the same way. As long as Cthulhu is getting hit a lot, he puts out more damage over time, gets to burst more damage over time. It just works. How far can we go is the question. All ice blinks. Danger Town. This might be a bad spot for Cthulhu. We'll see. If he dies and gets smoked on, we'll swap Horus there and get that 20% HP off of him in round 1. Actually, even Cthulhu put out pretty much 20% HP damage in the first round. Everybody just needs to slow their roll a little bit. Just kidding. Horus saves the day. Good job, Horus. Never doubted you. I doubted him for like 3 seconds, but you know what I'm saying. He's Horus. You ain't got to worry about Horus, except for when you fight Dantalians, apparently. God, Horus, you let me down so hard. I had high hopes. My hopes were high, and then they were dead. So next time, we know when you see a Dantalian and a Horus or a Gru wave, probably want to put a demon potion on, or maybe we could try running Cthulhu there. I don't know. Yeah, it makes me wonder about stacking as much, like the stun immunity. Like it's nice for Walter waves, but it seems like there's not an awful lot of stun waves in Nightmare that I can think of. You know, it's not like when you get into Hell. When you get into the Hell mode, you've got Faith Blades, Valentinos. You got a lot more stun that seems to come around, and that's why Valkyrie's so good in Hell, because there's so much crowd control and she counters crowd control. So maybe in Hell, the Candy Cane's a better artifact, but maybe for not Hell, a reduced damage artifact might be better. I don't know. What's our wave here? 3 Michelles, 3 Dark Arthidals. Not a lot of burst damage here that I can think of. It's mostly crowd control. Michelle can't stun my Horus anyway, so he'll be hopefully not petrified and doing max damage. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got to kill 3 Michelles twice. That's usually the problem on these nodes, is you need enough burst damage to kill Michelles multiple times. That's usually the hang-up, so we'll see. So far, it's looking like the HP's holding up just fine. Wow, just killed all 3 of those Michelles in a single whack. Nice job, Horus. Nice job, continue that, and we'll be happy people. Oh, couldn't repeat it. I thought, will he kill them all again in one shot? No, he could not. But it's okay. Wave 9, we've got plenty of time. Dead by wave 10. It works out. The all Michelle nodes I know, that can be a little... Oh, great. The Dantalian. Oh, we already know how this little turd works. I'm not even gonna lie. There's so much rage about how that turned out. I was like, there's no way this little bitty Wheenie node's gonna take me out. Wrong I was. Let it go, Wrath. Let it go. Let it go. Nope, not even gonna go there. Not even gonna happen. So anyways, just move on from that. And hope these Dantalians aren't gods like their Aspen brethren are. I still cannot believe that happened. Let it go. Stop talking about it. We're just gonna move on here. It's gonna happen. These guys are gonna go down. I'm feeling it. 100%. Man, those Dantalians. That damage versus warriors. Definitely a hard countered Horus, like nobody's business. So maybe next Aspen dungeon, push towards maybe getting that withered artifact with the withered armor or something. It's like the King of Demons for Cthulhu, but it'd be for Horus. might not be a bad one to pick up for the huge amount of HP it gives. It might help in boss battles where they kind of nuke my Horus. Like right now, we're fighting Scaries, and sometimes even on round 2, those Scaries will build up enough skill damage, their crits will like one-shot. Whoa now, Brown Cow. Let's not, let's just slow down here a little bit and not kill my Horus. Okay, we're good. I got close. I mean, Cthulhu was like, I don't even know what you guys are dying about. This is easy. But everybody else was like, we're dead. Bloodblade, you gotta love it. So where does that put us in the ranks? We moving back up in the layers a little bit at least. We just beat wave 61. So that would put us above these peeps, right? Is our name up there? No, it is not. We just beat 462. So yeah, we would be at 462. That would put us at... We're not quite in the top 10. We have to make it to 474 for that noise. Is that going to happen today? I don't know. We'll probably push to like, I don't know, 465. I don't really want to go to 470. I don't know if I can go to 470. All Normas shouldn't be an issue. We're going to run, whatever. We'll leave it like it is. If we don't beat it, we'll just swap the position and get that huge damage buff on Horus, where he just keeps blocking and slaying butts. There we go. Aspen working out. How does she have no energy at all? I'm confused. I don't know. I'm not gonna overthink it. It happened. That Norma had like no energy, and I was like, well, that's weird. It's okay. But I'm really liking my Aspen. Hopefully, when I get that guy up to E3, he'll have some Aspen potential. He should. I mean, his name is literally Aspen. I would assume he'll work pretty well there at E3. Artifacts are a little harder to get for the dark, like the dark exclusives. I mean, I guess they cost the same, but I don't believe there's a reduced damage HP dark artifact. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't think of one off the top of my head. So that might be a little different, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe wasting some relics, not really wasting, I guess, my relics, but to pick up that withered armor artifact and put that on Horus for like the Aspen dungeon, because I found on a lot of units, I mean, attack is great and damage is nice, but if you can't make it to the waves that stick you, like say healing nodes on like a, pick a hero, if you can't get to those nodes where the attack makes a difference, then the attack ends up usually being like the extra attack boost is kind of like a hindrance, kind of holds you back because you might lose on a wave normally you'd beat if you had reduced damage. I know it happened a lot with Vesa when I was pushing to Nightmare the first time. I remember I'd lose a lot with Vesa, and it wasn't because I didn't do enough damage. It was because she was too squishy. She was getting wrecked on, so I swapped out my crit attack artifact for an Oak's Heart, so some reduced damage HP, and it made a huge difference. She actually started making it higher in the waves more, more consistently. And that's kind of what I think might be Horus's issue, is if, he had 30% reduced damage and like, a freaking buttload more HP like you get from those artifacts, that Dantalian node might not be an issue anymore. It might not be a dangerous wave. And that's kind of one of those things you just got to play around with. Ooh, wow. Slow down there, guys. That holy damage is a no jokeage. There we go. Okay, I feel much safer now. I mean, there's still a Gurkinator up, so we're not out of the woods. And Cthulhu's getting kind of wrecked on now. But that's okay. There we go. Yeah, we got this. Round 8, I assume we can take down a single Michelle in like 5 rounds. If we can't, yeah, I figured. As much. Get wrecked on, Michelle. Did that give us anything special? No, 480 is the next quote-unquote special reward. But yeah, we had to go up how much more? 471 to get above CIUP. Would we push it? Perhaps. Do I really want to? Not really. I'm just super disappointed with my run. What I'm talking about is over here in this area place. Where's the Guilty Crown? That wouldn't be a terrible one, but for Aspen, he already gets 100% control immunity by round 5 or whatever, depending on if he gets crowd controlled earlier or not. He'll have max control immunity, so the Guilty Crown may be more for PvP, where you want to make sure he has that control immunity right out the get-go. But I don't think, is there any other? I mean, a lot of these are for dark, but I think they're just like damage buffs. I don't know if there is a reduced damage HP artifact for light and dark. I don't think there is. We're moving down to shadows and stuff, so I don't know. But anyways, the King of Demons here, which is what I got on my, Cthulhu, is a solid artifact, but there is a withered armor somewhere in here. That's it? Yes. And it's the same thing, but for Shadow Faction. So if I could get something like that on Horus, he would have a huge amount more HP, plus he'd have a lot of reduced damage, and reduced damage is super important, and I think that might be what I need to take down Dantalian waves without having to waste like demon potions, because the more times you can avoid using demon potions, generally the better off you're going to be in a run. So we'll see. What's this one do? Oh, speed, HP, and crit. Not useful, at least not for me. Maybe somebody out there would like that, like maybe for a Jara. That probably would be pretty decent on Jara, but not for me. So, I mean, they're expensive, 100 relics. So, I mean, it's pretty much taken away, like, either a Dark Hero copy or it's taken away, like, 2 regular faction hero pickups, which it's not a bad deal because these are rare. These are rare as crap. Exclusive orange artifacts do not drop every day. So, picking up with relics isn't a bad deal. But early game, you know, having, like, a 10-star Horus with this versus having an E3 Horus without this, you'd rather have the E3 Horus. It's just going to work way better than the 10-star. In every situation. Okay, it's always going to be better. So I would say early game, it's still probably better to focus on picking up your copies, getting your heroes built, and then once you have, you know, a couple units that you really rely on in your team, then it's not a bad idea to swap over and start picking up some of these. I wouldn't know about these. Yeah, 40% damage versus Rangers. Yeah. Those seem like really weird relics. Like, they're super... I guess if you're building a team specifically to counter a certain unit, like if you really wanted your Faithblade to nuke hard against Valkyries, that might not be a bad artifact. I mean, you'd get way extra damage versus Ranger, some extra holy damage. I mean, something like that, maybe if you're really specific, like trying to build your PvP team up. But like for most other content, your light heroes don't do your boss damage, so it's kind of a weird stat to put on you. I don't know, some of those artifacts just kind of raise your eyebrows at because you're like, I don't know if I would ever use it. But I'm still definitely on the fence about picking up the Withered Armor. It might not be a bad pickup because I feel like it might be useful. Wait a minute. That's for light. Stinking butts, really? So we've got a reduced damage HP artifact for light heroes, not for dark heroes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's some racism going on, because everything's racist nowadays. You guys didn't know. Everything's racist. The fact that we lost in the Aspen dungeons because Dantalians racist. We all know it. So anyways, I guess that's going to be it. It's supposed to be a longer video. I mean, it's supposed to be like, we'll make it to Nightmare 50 probably. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. And then we just flubbed it up, turded it right out the door because we underestimated the Dant monster. Never underestimate the Dant monster. So next time, we'll be ready for that. It makes me angry. It makes me so mad. I expected better from me today. So anyways, plans changed. We went from going to be an Aspen run to very short Aspen run, going to be a Tower of Oblivion day. And that's what we did. So we're still working our way towards the next completion here. We've got 20-ish orbs. 19 orbs already saved up for free. And when monthly refresh happens, we'll get 20 more from the Tavern quest. I'll be at 40. 40... Man, still buying 40 is a little expensive, but it's way better than buying 80. So we'll get that happening a couple days down the road. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was absolutely terrible. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well and tell your friends about it, because that definitely helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one.